Welcome back to Let's Be Real. My name is Andres. To my right, I have Hedric, and today we're going to be talking about the NBA. So let's get right into it.
Maybach music.
Who is your off-season winners?
Well, I gotta stay home always. Wade County, you know what I'm talking about. And for me, the offseason winner of the NBA is the Miami Heat. Why? We went from nobody to Jimmy Butler. Buckets, fam. So I feel like, hats off to Pat Riley. He did his thing, made that move. Russell Westbrook, bring him back.
My off-season winner is the Los Angeles. And I'm going to go with the Lakers.
Hold on. With the Lakers? Okay. Kawhi doesn't matter. Kawhi doesn't matter.
They added Anthony Davis.
Okay.
They added DeMarcus Cousins.
Okay.
They added Rondo. They brought Rondo back.
Okay.
They brought Danny Green, a guy that can play defense and can shoot. They brought Pope.
Okay.
He needs to fix on his, shooting.
Yeah.
They brought JaVale McGee.
All right. So
the MVP of Shaqtin' a Fool.
So who's actually playing the minutes there? Because all you mentioned to me is a lot of older players that are not playing full minutes that LeBron's going to have to carry. Therefore, LeBron is not going to be able to be LeBron for 82 games. Therefore, you're going to give up games in the West, which is 10 times harder than the East. So how is it that the Lakers have anything that's relevant to win in the offseason?
They got Anthony Davis, the unibrow.
Okay, but you have
They
LeBron.
got a Rondo that can perform, that he performs at a playoff. He's not a regular season guy. Playoff, that's when it
Rondo
counts.
is the one that doesn't shoot in the league that requires the one to make buckets.
But
LeBron is a player that needs shooters around him. Anthony Davis is not a shooter. DeMarcus Cousins is not a shooter. Rondo's not a shooter. Maybe Green. We're going to justify him as a shooter. So what is LeBron going to do?
Don't worry. They're going to play old school basketball because Golden State's not going to be in the picture because Clay is going to miss the season. Switch off and go to the standings from the East and West. You want to go first or you want me to go first?
I mean, we're going to do East or West? Let's do East just because the East, I feel like,
it's a lot
at
easier.
the end of the day, who cares? The champion's coming from the West. So it really
regardless.
Doesn't matter. I have Milwaukee taking number one again.
I got you with that.
Giannis is going to do his thing again. Philadelphia definitely got better, so I feel like they're going to stay at the 2.
I got them at the 2 as well.
Boston is still a legitimate team. Even
I got
though
them
they
at the
lost
3.
Kyrie and Horford, so they're still good. Then I'm going to go with Indiana just because they're an all-around basketball team. They don't necessarily have superstars, but 1 through 12, they're legit. Orlando is one of those teams as well, and I feel like in the East, since every team is barely over 500, teams that are deep are going to be relevant at the end of the day. After the Magic, I'm going to give it up to Kyrie. Kyrie's going to do something with the Nets. I know they don't have Durant, but they have Jordan. And, Kyrie's style of basketball and what he can do is always going to give you some W's. Wade County, Miami,
He's
with
retired.
Jimmy Butler. I know Wade is retired, but that's debatable. I feel like Jimmy Butler in the East, with Pat Riley, with Spoelstra, directing what we're doing with Dragic. I feel like we're going to take a 7 seed. As far as 8, I feel like John Wall, I know he's hurt right now. He'll be back at the end of the season. I feel like Bradley Beal and Isaiah Thomas can, bring back that organization and make the 8th spot in the East.
Somebody come drug test this guy because
something special.
He just named us 1 through 8, and he does not have the Raptors.
They have to rebuild. They don't have Kawhi.
But
Siakam is nobody without Kawhi.
You could have maybe an 8th place. I would agree for that, but not in the playoff. That's insane.
Okay, who do they have now?
Washington. They have Kyle Lowry.
They don't have Gasol anymore.
They just need to opt in his contract, so they have him back. They have Serge Ibaka. They have Siakam, whatever his last name is.
Okay.
They have Kyle Lowry, which
is
Kyle
nobody.
Lowry. But in the regular season, he does perform. He's an all-star. But it's ridiculous how you don't have him.
I don't have them at all. I feel like they're going to go into rebuild mode. It's early. I feel like they're going to end up trading some pieces away. I do not believe that Toronto will make the playoffs
Now,
next year.
my standing is, my 1 through 4 is the same thing as yours, but I put Brooklyn as 5th, Raptors 6, the Hawks 7, and the 8th, Orlando. I like the Hawks. They're young. They have shooters.
Okay. But when you mentioned the Hawks, you mentioned players that predominantly haven't been in the NBA. So you're gonna have that learning curve.
But it's in the East though. We're in the East.
I know it's the
people,
East, but
it's gonna shine.
You gotta understand, they're in the East, but NBA players are still NBA players. And granted, they're in the NBA as well. But I feel like they have 3 or 4, maybe even 5 rookies on that roster that just got drafted. So that learning curve needs to happen. You're gonna go about 20 to 30 games into the season learning that.
They got Vince Carter. So now we're gonna go. So now we're gonna go off the West.
Okay.
Let's name our 1 through 8. I'm gonna go first this time.
Yeah, you go first.
I got the Clippers going first. The Lakers going second. Third, Houston. 4 is Utah. 5 is Denver. 6 is Portland. 7 is Spurs, and 8 is New Orleans.
That's good, right?
I was going.
I like New Orleans in there. I like New Orleans.
I was going to put Dallas, but I like New Orleans because I do love Drew Holiday and Lonzo Ball. Okay. That defense is going to be insane.
I feel like Lonzo Ball,
JJ Redick as well, shooter, just like you said.
Shooter. I mean, I like New Orleans at 8, and I wish I would have put them at 8 because it would have made me sound smart. But I feel like they're basing their whole season off of how Zion's going to perform.
Okay.
And as I mentioned, even with the Hawks, you're going to have a learning curve, at that point. For me, right now, I have the Clippers at 1 because Kawhi is the best. Patrick Beverly is on that team. So you have 1 through 4 lockdown defenders.
For sure.
Then I have Houston because, James Harden's still James Harden. The league is still soft. So they're going to call all the fouls. I have Denver coming back, still having a solid season. Those are those 1 through 10, deep teams that I was speaking about. Then you have Portland again. They added Hassan Whiteside. You have Lillard going crazy. You got CJ going crazy. I feel like Golden State is next. I feel like Curry, he's a 2-time MVP. He's going to be able to lead the team to some W's. And at the end of the day, people still have to guard from half court on him. I have the Lakers because the Lakers don't have any shooters. And I feel like LeBron's going to get hurt again. I have Utah because Utah is another 1 through 10 team. And lastly, I have to have Greg Popovich and
a lot of people. I like that you put the Spurs.
So I have the Spurs at 8 because that mastermind will give you W's, and there's nothing that you can do about that.
Yeah.